you doing, everybody? This is Jason's House of Fun and Video Games, bringing you tonight, today, whatever time it is that you're watching this, eBay Time and Finds Revisited. One of my biggest tips that I will give to you, yes, you, the viewer out there, when you buy something and it's expensive or not, number one, make sure that when you get it in, it's exactly what you were looking for. Exactly what you purchased. That's a pretty obvious thing. So, I want to say it was a year or two ago now, probably more 2 years, I got a set of Castlevania games. And you know what, we'll pull them up one by one and make it easier. So, Castlevania 1, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, and of course, the third in the trilogy, Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. I opened this up as I got it because I was so excited to get 3 of these games at the time, which now have gone sky high through the roof, just like everything. When I got these in, I simply looked inside, pulled out everything. When I pulled out everything, I should have paid more attention. And I don't think this was intentional. I think that I was just so excited to see Castlevania 1, 2, and 3 on a bid at a low enough price where I could pull the trigger and not spend too much money. I can't remember. I don't have the posting, so I can't really say whether this is the seller's fault or my fault. I think it was probably a little bit of both. Let's take a look at the meat and potatoes of this video. Right here, you have an authentic Castlevania. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. And Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. Everything about these boxes and games are in fact authentic. No question about that. But the whole point of why we're making this video is what happens when you rush. So as I pull it off of camera for whatever reason, I'm not used to going at this angle, so try not to be too harsh with me. Now, I pulled this out just like so. Okay? And I said, oh, I did it with every one of them except for like this one. I didn't even take it out this far, and I said, alright, cool. These are all good to go. Let's get them on the shelf. Can't wait. Well, unfortunately, when you don't pull things out completely, I pulled the game out, inspected the inside, looked for mold, stuff like that, and I didn't pull this out completely. So, let's take a quick look at Scene 1. I wouldn't think scene would be a good choice. What would be a good choice of word for this? Exhibit 1, as if we were in a trial. This is a complete in-box Castlevania, correct? I mean, this looks really good. Number 1, we don't have double pages. Most manuals, at least in the NES age, along with most other ones, have double pages. 2, clearly this material is a little suspect. What do I mean by that? It's copy paper. Maybe construction paper at one point. So, let's see if I can pull this out here. I think I already explained this, but in case I didn't. All I wanted to do when I was playing the Castlevania game with my boy was show him what the wall meat was called. He said, wall meat? What's that? It is in fact called a pork chop. And then I said, oh, I've clearly got some manuals that aren't doing so hot. Now that that's out of the way, we're going to keep that for comedic value. Let's take a look at the real version. I don't know if I said this or not, but I had to hunt down the real manuals to make this complete. Look at the difference, huh? My goodness. Now, again, I might be repeating myself, but I can't remember if I made it very clear with the conversation with the seller whether everything was authentic. Because I know the game, like I said, and the box are in fact authentic. There's no question in that. But clearly the manual is a little left to be desired. And I'm happy that I have this. Oh, there it is. Where is it? I think it's the next page, right? Yep, that's the thing that started this whole mess. The pork chop. The wall meat. So clearly in the other one there's a couple other pages missing. Not missing, but missing. Very different type of feeling here. I know I can't explain how it feels, per se. But clearly this and this right off the bat is different. Staples are obviously put here. And clearly you can tell that that's certainly not the case. So, okay. Good with that one. We're going to take a look at the Simon's Quest. I'd pull everything else out, but honestly, there's no point. I know for a fact that they are authentic. Here's Castlevania 2. Same issue, as you can see the staples here. Now sometimes people will take actual manuals and do that if they become unstapled, because over time everything breaks down, right? No, it's fine. Just be honest about it. And again, I don't want to fault this seller for that. This may have been a conversation that could have taken place and I just can't remember, but clearly you get the picture. Not good. So, let's take a look at the real one. Or should I say, the authentic one. And again, night and day. Doesn't even have the back part of it. Look at that. All brightened and it is glory. These manuals are so good. They give you a lot of useful information. Did we always read them when we were younger? I don't know. I read a little bit of them. I like looking at the pictures and seeing what could be coming next in the story if I continue and persevere over challenge, chaos, and anarchy of a Nintendo Entertainment System game. Yes, I did do a some sort of weird voice there, but still, the whole point of this video is not to be fooling around here. But that's good. And for the last one, it's going to be Dracula's Curse. Tell me these box arts don't look amazing. They certainly don't make them like this anymore, do they? Technically, you could say this isn't complete now, even with the manual. I don't have this. I don't know what this is, but I bet you if I looked online, I could find it. But no matter. Manual, boxed, authentic, good enough for me. And do we even attempt to open this? It's half pink, half white. And I don't know what to say. It does have most of the pictures in here, most of the pages, but for some reason I got a funny feeling that that isn't the case. I could be wrong. Maybe that's the only authentic manual I have out of the set. No, clearly I'm fooling around here. Night and day. No hands down. Wow. So this manual is probably my favorite manual. Look at the colorness of it. Inside is still black and white, but just amazing. They did some great jobs on these manuals, I'll tell you. We get stuff about the story. Got to be very careful with these because they are very old. Here, of course, are the different characters. I read a little bit about that, but I went right to the goods. What can I get here? Look at all this stuff. It's great. In this Castlevania, there's multiple different endings. And I don't think I brought this up, but in this one, I believe like the other ones, it is called Frankenstein. That is incorrect. I know that's the easiest thing to say for most people out there that have any idea about horror, the old genre of horror, the Universal Monsters age back in the 50s, 60s. That is incorrect. That is Frankenstein's monster. Dr. Frankenstein is the one who created said monster. That's been pointed out so many times in different videos that I don't think I need to beat that dead horse, but it's like when you see a game that has the issue of spelling. These are games that people spend a ton of money to make, even back then. And money, like anything, don't come cheap. But, as you can tell, we clearly either got duped or we didn't pay attention, one thing or another. But that's what I wanted to show you, at least in the close-ups. And now I can finally say that I do, in fact, have the complete copies of the original Castlevania trilogy. So, obviously, let me know if you ever come across anything like this before. As, you know, you get so excited, I got all this stuff, it's great! And then you just are foolish and don't look to see if everything's actually in there or miss something. So, something to keep in mind. A few tips and tricks in regards to buying things online from people you don't know. I have to say, though, most of my experiences with folks online have, in fact, been very positive. I will say that I'll be doing another video on a topic that has been very positive, even with the E of the Bay. So, something to keep your eyes out for. Keep your eyes open. One more look, because it deserves it in all its glory. If there's any glare, I apologize. It's very tough to do this without that happening, so just trying to get a few more looks at it, but fantastic. Alright, mission complete. Now, let's get to the wrap-up. Alright, that brings us to our conclusion. What lessons did we learn today, folks? 1, no matter how excited you get for the things you find at good prices, always make sure to open them up and inspect them fully, which I normally do, but I may not have in this point. 2, keep an eye out for great deals. We all want a part of the past. As you can see from this whole entire room, there's a lot of things that I've had for many, many years that I've just kept with me throughout my childhood into my adulthood and didn't lose interest in it. And there's stuff that, unfortunately, for better or worse, I had to get again. And when you have to get it again, you're going to be looking to spend the bucks. But if you're smart and not too fast on the buy it now button, you will be able to get great deals. Even in this day and age with everything that's gone on, look out for the deals. Like things. Watch things, I mean, rather. Not like things. What am I on? Social media? When you see something you like, don't always go after it right away, even though it's very tempting. Sometimes I still catch myself doing that, but most of the time, I will watch something for a while, see how it goes. There are some games that I've literally watched for a year, relisted, unlisted, relisted, unlisted, relisted, unlisted, just sat there. And finally, somebody got impatient and said, hey, I'm willing to give you a deal, because that's just the way it worked out. It doesn't always work out that way, and sometimes you miss out on games, or you miss out on whatever. But again, these are saving money tactics that will help you be able to build the collection. Read the fine print. I 100% do that. In this case, I may not have. I find it very hard to believe. I would look for something that would have said manual was a reproduction. You let me know in the comment section down below. Have you ever had this happen to you? Did you find this funny? Did you go, ah, they got ya? You let me know, as always. I love getting into the great conversations with these videos in the comment section, of course, as always. Other ways to get a hold of me or to share out some of your stuff, whether it's your collections, things you're into, just quick conversation, whatever. You can find me on Facebook at Jason's House of Fun and Video Games.com. We're also on Twitter, Jason's House of Fun and Video Games. I think it's no, it's not .com, just Jason's House of Fun and Video Games. You search it, we can get into some conversations, whether it's DM, whether it's just on the page, whatever it is. And then, of course, hit that subscribe button. 110 awesome, amazing folks out there have subscribed to the Hustle and Venom Video Games. And I bet you when they did, just like when you do, they hit that notification bell. Because anytime I post a video about this, Thrift Time and Finds, any game room updates, reviews, there's a million other things that we could do. You'll be notified of it right away as soon as that video goes up. Anyway, folks, this is Jason from Jason's House of Fun and Video Games. I hope you have a wonderful night. And the question is, my question would be to me, Jason, what are you going to do with those manuals? I could throw them out. You could. I could frame them. It's a great idea. Burn them. It's excessive. I'm going to keep them for mementos of what to do and what not to do, and always making sure that you get what you pay for. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.